Hi, my name's Nicola. I'm just going to show you a short clip before I start. This is about my search for a kidney for my son using social media.
We've basically been told that Matthew's got antibodies to 85% of the population and the chance of him finding a kidney is really, really slim. But I still don't want that. I want them to know that I'm still not giving up on that.
As well as looking after Matthew and his two brothers, Nicola has started to campaign to find him a new kidney.
It's really important that you help me, and if you want to be a donor, I contact my mum on the Facebook page.
What sort of donor is it though, Matthew? It's a live...
It's a live donor.
That's right.
Because you don't have to be dead to give me a donor.
A kidney.
A kidney.
He's so cute. Okay, so Matthew is my very special son. All my kids are special, but Matthew needed that little bit of extra help. He was born in 2005 with a really rare genetic disorder. It affected both of his kidneys, and unfortunately, there was no cure. There is no cure for these kids that need kidneys. The best form of treatment they can get is a transplant, and I add again, it is not a cure. It is the best treatment they can get. Matthew was very, very different to most kids. Initially in 2008, my husband and I stepped forward. I ended up giving Matthew a kidney, and sadly it failed in theatre. He never left the operating theatre with a working kidney. The chances of that are less than 1%, so we were really, really unlucky. Afterwards, we were under the impression that Matthew would find a kidney from the deceased donor register within 12 to 18 months. Unfortunately, they didn't tell us that Matthew wasn't the average child, and it was going to be a lot harder to find Matthew a kidney. And in fact, he was only going to match 15% of the population. The worst part about that is you are waiting for one of those somebody in that 15% to die so that your son can have a chance to live. It's horrendous. The fact that somebody has to lose a loved one for my son to gain a life, it's awful. In 2010, Matthew started dialysis. We'd managed to maintain him for the first 4 years, but unfortunately, his kidney function was so poor that in 2010 he needed dialysis. This consisted of 12 hours a night, 7 days a week. He was on dialysis for. He had permanent tube in his tummy. He couldn't bath. We struggled to shower. He couldn't go swimming. He couldn't do sleepovers, all the stuff that we take for granted. He couldn't eat what he wanted. He could only drink 800 mils of fluid a day. That included ice creams, ketchup, gravies, anything, yogurts, anything that was fluid-based was counted within that 800 mils. So, this was Matthew after the transplant when things went horribly wrong. And this is something that will always stay with me. However, 2013, I decided enough was enough. I'm sick of being told we have to sit and wait. I'm going to do something about it. So we decided to start a Facebook campaign and other social media as well. And this was our slogan, share your spare. I knew Matthew could have a living donor. I knew the chances were exceptionally slim, but it was a chance. That was enough for me to find Matthew, to try and find Matthew a kidney. So we decided we would blitz Facebook completely. 1 million likes on Facebook probably won't get me a kidney, but it might. Why not? And at the same time, we're raising awareness for organ donation, so let's go with it. Along our way, we have been satellite linked live to National Australian Television, morning television. We've been on Good Morning Britain, This Morning, Sky News, national papers, local media. We've done so much to try and find Matthew a kidney. There he is. Oh, and his room is a little bit like memorabilia. He's got full of stuff. I swear he'll be on Antiques Roadshow one day. Okay, so we want people to donate as well. We want people to get themselves on the register. That is really important. But more importantly, please tell your loved ones your wishes. I totally appreciate it frightens people, but, you need to go and sign up, because if we needed an organ, every single one of us would take one rather than die. So this is the point. We need to make this happen for people. That is Matthew with his lines in. And so when Matthew wears a T-shirt, you'd never know there's anything wrong with him because he doesn't look necessarily ill, you know? This is when we ask people to like his page. Okay, so here we are. 2015, the summer, Matthew had an emergency blood transfusion. He was very, very ill. Things went from bad to worse. Now only 1% of the population are going to match Matthew. The chances of Matthew finding a kidney, it's a miracle. You know, we are waiting on a miracle. They gave us odds of 1 in 650,000. So, you know, we were fighting against the odds. Then, in October, the same year, 2015, we'd been running marathons and half marathons for the last 4 years. We'd been supplying vests that we'd had made ourselves to runners in running clubs, asking them to wear, to raise awareness. You know, maybe somebody will see it, maybe somebody will help us. This is a new vest. So the old vest had Matthew's information on. A guy came forward called Edward. He said, do you know what? I'd wear a vest. I'm running the marathon. Makes no difference to me. I'll wear a vest for you. A couple of weeks later, Edward came forward and Edward said to us, I don't know if it's as easy as this, so excuse my ignorance, but I have a spare kidney. If it helps, I'm more than willing to donate to a good cause. Of course, we thought, you know, what are the chances? He's not going to match. It's a 1 in 650,000 chance. We'd had so many people come forward. We'd failed at every obstacle. We gave him the information. He went away. He got tested. He came back to us in December and he said, you'll never guess what? I'm a match. No, don't be silly. I am a match. We tried to stay calm. We didn't tell Matthew. We knew the chances of him actually meeting the full criteria was exceptionally slim. You know, it takes a strong person, a fit person to be able to donate. A while after, Matthew became very ill. He looks really poorly there. That's probably the worst. That was the first time in 10 years I'd had to call an ambulance for him. He was so unwell, but still smiling. So, May 2016, in the middle of Sainsbury's, I'm doing some shopping. My phone beeps. I look at it. Hi, Nicola, it's Edward. I've been told I'm clear to donate. He had passed every single test. Had we have not gone onto Facebook and shared our story, Edward would never have come forward. Never have come forward. This is Matthew now. Matthew, he's on steroids, so he's quite swollen. But as you can see, he's a different child. He has colour in his cheeks. He can drink what he likes. He can go, oh, sorry, there's Matthew and his donor, Edward. When we met, he can go swimming with his brother. He can enjoy all the things that everyone else can enjoy. So let me just finish off by showing you this.
Captain was Matthew, so I'd like to present this cup to you for winning the trophy on the first annual year.
Yeah, I have the best mum in the world. Ever. I have the best mum in the universe.
So, thank you so much for listening. Please go home, sign the register, tell your loved ones. You know, I don't want you to die or anything, but it'd be nice if you could sign up anyway.